Hello and welcome back to War Sales, and we're gonna go in against the Western Empire. I have already spent a little bit of time off screen and I found a somewhat decent-ish vassal prospect, and I've already made him a vassal. I gave him a completely appropriate and not at all inappropriate clan name, so you'll see that sometime in the future, I assume, once we once we give him some fiefs. Yes, it's completely appropriate. Don't worry about that, trust me. Alright, so otherwise, we're going to go for Horde Leader here. That's going to get us plus 10 party size. Pretty nice on that. And, yep, Western Empire, let's do it. We're going to go straight on in versus 635 enemies. Now, obviously, this is kind of what I like to see a little bit more. I know I was complaining a little bit in the previous episode. I do apologize for that. Sometimes, you know, the various strategies that the AI has, they do tend to grind on my gears slightly, right? But now here's the thing. This is what I personally prefer. I like it when the AI comes at us with a large army of whatever number, and then we can more accurately kind of decide whether we want to go in against them or whether we want to retreat. And it gives us a little bit more player agency rather than the, the alternative. The alternative being that we just get ambushed. You know, we just get ambushed and the garrison sallies out and all that wonderful stuff. And yeah, obviously that's not the case this time. That's not the case. So, you know, obviously I saw this army coming and I was like, yeah, okay. We're gonna stop the siege, because I was attempting to take Ortisia. Now, Ortisia is indeed something that I feel is kind of good to take, and I was thinking, yeah, this is a bit audacious, you know, it's not really something that I would consider to be... I lagged there, sorry about that, alright. I was like, yes, I'm going to hit this guy with my thrown weapons. But, yes, unfortunately, that's... yeah, it's not working out too well for me right there. Alright, so yeah, anyway, point is, I thought, okay, let's try to strike deep into, or, you know, into the Western Empire's territory, try to make something happen there. And, well, it actually seems to be going pretty well so far. I mean, my people have mostly been the reason why we're actually getting anything right now. I'm not personally doing much at all, I have to admit. I was kind of just trying to find a vassal, and that was pretty much it. That was my entire time. My entire time was spent literally trying to find a vassal, and eventually I found one, obviously, and he turned out to be a 42-year-old Empire guy who was a scholar, which is quite funny because, as far as I'm aware, I believe that Thule was also a scholar, or someone else. Someone else that we have was also a scholar, and they are actually, in my opinion, very, very good vassals, or at least I feel like they're quite good vassals, because what they tend to do is they tend to have really good medicine skill and steward skill, and maybe even engineering as well. And I personally feel like that makes them very, very good vassals. Obviously, they could be better. Like, you could have, I don't know, probably tactics. Tactics is probably going to be the best thing that you can probably get with... you know, these guys, because what's going to happen is they're obviously going to be doing auto-resolves almost all the time, you know, on the world map, and that's going to be the reason why they actually end up achieving victory most of the time. But, yeah, obviously as it stands, I can't really, shall we say, beggars can't be choosers at this point. I kind of have to just do what I can. Let's go into a line formation, and let's tell our forces to hold fire as best as we can. I am literally going to tell them to charge in right now. Can we actually get them to charge in? Are they actually doing that? Yes, it seems like some of them are not. Interesting. I did tell all of them to charge, but I guess some of them are going after the cavalry. And here we go. Okay, so this is what we want. We want to be able to eliminate as many of the enemy's archers as possible. They are actually attempting to skirmish with us, which is kind of bad. But yeah, you can see here a lot of minor faction units these guys are currently fielding, which definitely makes a huge amount of sense for us to actually attack them, because they are otherwise basically they're pretty terrible. I mean, they are pretty terrible, as you could quite clearly see. They really don't have a huge amount to really say, you know, that they're anything super amazing. I'd like to eliminate this guy if at all possible. Nice, there we go. Nice. There we go. Another one. And unfortunate for me that we are now getting this happening. Yeah, my forces are taking a little bit of extra time to kind of catch up here. Oh, there we go. There they are. There they are. Okay, this is good. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be alright. It just very much depends on if we can survive this initial reinforcement wave. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell my forces to hold position once again. Going to be a little bit careful here. Don't really want to get myself killed. And we're going to see what we can do. Yeah, no, I think we should probably try to take out this guy. There we go. Nice. Ooh, that was pretty bad. Bear in mind, I don't actually have a spear at the moment because, obviously, I was doing sieges beforehand, and I was like, okay, yeah, I should probably use my axe for that. And then, obviously, they came along, and I forgot to change it out. So, you know, that's how it goes. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to tell our guys to hold position near to the enemy, and we're just going to keep them in line. I'm just going to keep them in the line formation for the moment, and we are just going to go close to them. And then as soon as we're close, we're just going to tell them to charge, because I don't want them to charge just yet, because I feel like that would probably result in more casualties. So we're just going to tell them to charge now, because the enemy is now stopping to... Well, they're now stopping firing, so this is basically the best course of action for us. And I can head in here and obviously do some damage, pretty big damage if I can get past their shields. And... Nice, we killed Vidar. Look at that, we killed Vidar, not the radio star, but the Vidar star. Ugh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. That's pretty awful. All right, so anyway, point is, these guys have so many of these foresters and stuff like that that they really just don't have enough strength, enough unit quality to really be doing much. And my forces should have a massive advantage here. I'm looking at my morale, and the morale is not looking that good. I'm actually surprised. I personally feel like it would be very cool if we could have more perks that affect the morale of the opponent in a negative way. So much so that you could then potentially cause people to retreat really, really early on if you got the, required activators, if you know what I mean. So, you know, instead of us just having Terror and maybe Thundering Charge, instead of us just having those two perks that really make a big difference, maybe we could have other things, like, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. What kind of ideas could we come up with right there? I don't know, but, well, there'd probably be quite a few ideas to really go with. I mean, I don't know. Killing enemies in one hit, maybe one-shot kills. Like, for example, I'm doing one-shot kills right here. Maybe that could have a, I don't know, 20% additional benefit to morale damage of the opponent. I don't know. Killing people with certain weapons, obviously that's we've already kind of got that, don't we? Because we have two-handed, and two-handed is definitely making a big difference. Hopefully, at least. I mean, I personally really love Terror. I think Terror is one of the best perks in the game, but that's just me. You know, I personally, think that. I don't think the general population thinks that. I think that I think it's a strong perk, but I don't think it could be considered, like an S tier perk, because it feels kind of situational. I'm going to just go in for the auto-resolve here, and we're just going to take every single person prisoner. I'm trying to be as maximized as possible when it comes to dealing with the Western Empire here. I really need to make sure that we are not going to have any issues going forward, because it's going to come down to a point where we are going to start having massive problems in regards to actually getting a lot of war declarations. A lot of people are going to declare war against us, and it's just going to be, rolling. It's going to be a rolling effect, and people are going to be coming at us from every which way, and we really don't want that, obviously. We want to try to make sure that we have everything under control as much as possible. I actually would have liked to have gotten 2 additional vassals, but I couldn't, for some reason, find a vassal, or should we say, find a companion that was actually applicable. As in, I couldn't find someone that was actually kind of good. And so I kind of just went with the guy that I felt was going to do the best job. And that's pretty much it. That's what it came down to, really. Instead of, you know, anything else. I did not go and resupply. Oh, hello. Another, what? Really? Another 500 strong army? This is very strange. Okay, so they're running away. What do you bet? What do you bet? Are they going to go into... Oh, I don't have my ship here. Oh, I'm so sad right now. I should have just continued with the siege, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should have just continued with the siege. Oh, no, no, they're not going onto the ocean waves. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Oh, that's very, very surprising. I thought they were going to go onto the ocean waves right there. Okay, so we got our first level up for our new child, and that is wonderful. Very, very nice indeed. And I guess I could just besiege it again. Let's see whether they... Are they gonna... Yeah, no, they're actually coming back now. Oh, this is very strange. Okay, the AI is kind of acting a bit weirdly this time around. All right. Yeah, this is a bad... I don't really... okay, fine. I don't really want to do this, to be honest. I don't really want to get stopped doing the obligatory siege here, but this is a really, really good way for us to eliminate this army if we can actually get them into a battle. Obviously, at the moment, we are experiencing a little bit of hurting. Oh, we are so much faster. What? We are so much faster than they are. Okay, that's actually kind of crazy. I was not expecting that. I was thinking that they were going to be faster than us, but obviously we have less people, so I guess it does kind of make sense. Oh yeah, by the way, I haven't shown you the map yet. Yeah, this is obviously what happens when there's a lot of progression off screen. I'm actually not even really doing much myself. That's the whole point. I'm actually just letting my vassals do whatever they want to do, and they are carrying most of the time, and I don't really need to worry about it too much. But yeah, anyway, I will show you the world map and, you know, the status of everyone after this. And I'm kind of hoping that I don't think it's going to be possible, but I am kind of hoping we'll be able to eliminate the Western Empire kind of fast. Highly doubt we're going to be able to do that, to be honest, but it would be nice if we could in some way or another. So maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to pinpoint strike against their towns and try to take them as best as possible, and then we'll see what we can do. For some reason they're just staying there. I guess they yeah, I mean that is their MO at this point, isn't it? Yeah, they really love to just hold position so dramatically. I don't really mind that, to be honest. I mean, I actually think that if they hold position and they have a weak-ish army, I think that kind of makes sense. And I don't think we should hold that against them really too much. Even though I would prefer it if they would actually charge, I think. Do I really want them to charge? I don't know. I mean, I'm doing some pretty decent damage here. Let me actually see. So let's put our guys into a shield wall formation. I don't really like doing shield wall, you know, in the middle of the battlefield. I feel like it's actually kind of bad. But if we can move our forces to the edge of the map and we can kind of force the opponent to back up, then I think we'll have a pretty good shot. There we go. Okay, that was my last thrown weapon. And what are these guys doing? Are you not moving? Didn't I tell them to move? I thought I told them to move. Okay, well, whatever the case. Yeah, we're just going to move them like so. We're going to tell our guys to hold fire, including the archers. I'm just going to tell everyone to go in here when we need to. Whoa, these guys are going to get absolutely massacred. They should get absolutely massacred at least. I mean, literally, my forces should be using their polearms right now, but apparently they're not. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. And maybe we can do a little bit of something here. Yes, there we go. Nice. And I think we're going to put them from line, and we're going to just tell them to charge. Everyone charge. Just everyone charge in right now. Everyone absolutely charge in. We are going to have a great time because the enemy's archers are blocked by the infantry. What's actually shooting me right now? All these guys? Okay, well, let's just delete them from the game then. There we go. Murder. That is what we like to see. Diagnosis murder. Oh, yes, there we go. An absolutely fantastic show that I very much like. It's a guilty pleasure. Oh, hilarious. Okay, so yeah, it's very old. It's very old now, isn't it? Anyway, point is, yeah, that's perfect. I mean, look at our situation right now. This is going to cause a retreat extremely fast, or at least it should. If it doesn't, then I'm going to be very surprised about that. I wouldn't expect people to want to stay in here, considering they've literally just lost over, what, 200? Yeah, they lost over 200 people in short order, and they don't have anything that they can do against us. They could potentially... No, these guys are not archers. Okay, I was actually thinking if these fellows were archers, they have pretty good positioning right now. You know, being on the hillside here, I think that's pretty good. But most of them were not archers. They were just literally infantry, so not sure what's going on with that. Let's tell our forces to charge in. Didn't I tell them already to charge in? I think I did. So I don't think I really need to worry about this. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, though, with previous engagements that we've had with enemy vassals. For some reason, we've had situations like this where they've attacked us. I mean, obviously, I'm attacking here, right? But let's just say that they attacked us. And then we don't get any of our Huskars on the field. And we just get a random smattering of units. And this is exactly the reason why we win this so easily. Because look at what we're fighting against. Look at what I'm killing right now. I'm just killing recruits. That's it. I'm just killing recruits. Because these guys, they are on the back foot. They don't have a particularly strong army. Yes, they did have a couple of elite cataphracts here and there. But for the most part, they had extremely easy to deal with units. Look at this, recruits, right? And I have my strongest composition that you could ever possibly imagine. I mean, literally 148 Huskars. I mean, really, 148 Huskars is absolutely immense amount of strength to show against any particular opponent. But especially this guy, you know, I mean, it's so funny as well because I personally think that with our particular composition right now, we would probably have been able to achieve victory in almost every single battle that we've had in the last 10 episodes. But no, we weren't able to do that because of the way the spawning system worked for us. And I'm assuming that there's a slightly different variant of how spawns work when either your own forces are disorganized. As I said in the previous episode, it could be a disorganized state effect, could be something like that, or it is something to do with attacking versus defending. I think someone actually mentioned that in the comments as well. So it could be something to do with that. I don't know. I don't have any confirmation on that one way or another, but it's kind of interesting to see that because, I mean, you've seen that yourself. I drew attention to that very, very obviously in the last couple of episodes where we've been attacked and the garrison has sallied out and all that stuff. And I've basically been like, what are we doing here? Why do we have so many of these and not enough of those? And so on and so forth, you know. So me doing that obviously does kind of, you know, demonstrate the fact that we really did get kind of unlucky with that. But that's the point. If we get caught out, right? If we get caught out, that's kind of our own fault, I guess, right? I mean, most of the time, you know, you don't really want to, you know, get yourself murdered in any particular fashion, but if it happens, it happens, you know? Sometimes it's just, I don't know, a result of bad luck, bad positioning, bad decision-making, I don't know, any number of things it could be. But now, look at what has happened. We have actually decided to go back in against Ortisia here, and we have actually captured all of those vassals as well, which is actually fantastic. What is this guy actually doing right now? These villagers are going around in a circle. That is actually something I've never seen before. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. He's going around in circles. What is he? What is he doing? What is he doing right now? That is amazing. Okay, I've actually never seen that ever before. Never ever seen some vassal, no, actually a vassal, villagers even. I've never ever seen villagers do this, so I find that quite funny. But yeah, anyway, we are just going to build these trebuchets. I'll try to destroy the catapults, try to get the siege towers and so on and so forth built, because obviously we do want to go in there without having to destroy the walls, if at all possible. I don't really want to destroy the walls if I can. I just want to make sure that we keep the catapults destroyed, and we just go straight on in after that. I could try for a starvation, but I highly doubt that's going to work. Oh, hello. You're 41. Oh, that's actually slightly better for Ferga here, and she does have 211 in steward and 166 actually in scouting skill. Unfortunately for us, I don't think that's going to be good enough. We need someone younger than that, which it makes me feel a bit weird to say that, because I think this is a bit maybe a little bit creepy at this point. But yeah, anyway. Alright, so before we go in here, I just want to show you what is actually happening, because we have some people helping us out. Yes, we have some allied vassals finally coming over and helping us, and I am extremely pleased about that. Let's actually not play the game right now. Let's actually just keep it paused, because I want to show you exactly what's happening. So, obviously, this has been at 0 for quite some time, the settlement's food. As you see, we have absolute 0. There are no food supplies in the marketplace or in the settlement itself, as far as I can tell, right, from the readout here, from the tooltip. And the garrison is completely fine. As you can see, the garrison is completely fine, is not having any kind of starvation or anything like that, which is really sad. I'm assuming the starvation mechanic is not working with towns anymore or something like that. I have no idea really what's going on with it. But otherwise, I have destroyed all the catapults like I said I was going to do, and now what we're going to do is going to remove all of the trebuchets, and we're just going to leave our siege tower and battering ram and all that wonderful stuff, and we're just going to go in. And that's what we're going to do. Now, I do have my axe still equipped, which is definitely the choice. Oh yes, that is definitely the weapon of choice for our upcoming slaughter of the Western Empire. And we will try our very best to do what we can do, and we'll see what happens. Now, obviously, these guys are going to get on the battering ram, they're going to get on the siege towers and all that stuff, and it is going to take a little bit of time for them to get there. So what I'm going to need to do is literally hide like a very brave individual. Yes, I'm just going to hide over here. This guy is going to be trying to shoot me from there. No, he's actually chosen a different... He's chosen a different opponent now. We are taking quite a lot of damage from the archers. Actually, kind of surprised we're taking so much damage from them right now. But I guess that is to be expected, considering they do have a couple of vassals. Ooh, we got a lot of people leveling up right now. Look at that. We've got Safia actually getting quite a few kills. Or, well, not even kills. I'm not even entirely sure what she's getting right now, but yeah. Okay, so we've got some people going up the siege tower here. That's obviously kind of... What is going on here? Did they not want to stay on this? Okay, I guess I'll do it then. I can't believe I'm doing it by myself. This is Borgar's legendary strength right here. I mean, really. Do you think he could do it by himself? Maybe he could do it by himself. I don't know, but it seems kind of incredible. Okay, so let's try and just speed this up a little bit and get this gate down. I've actually never done this before. I think I might have done this one time in the entire time that I've played Bannerlord. I've literally never gotten onto the battering ram, which is so funny. I mean, imagine that, you know? Player with thousands of hours in the game has never done this one thing. Yes, very good. Yeah, that's always very funny. Okay, so let's be a little bit careful here, because I don't really want to get killed by the stones coming from the top here, so I'm trying to be a little bit slippery. Let's try and just murder this from the side here. There we go. All right, very nice. And now we can hopefully increase our chances of victory. I'm just going to move through the battering ram here, because they are actually going to have to hit that sometimes. Nice. I need these guys to lower their guard as best as I can. Oh, well, as best as I can try to bait them into it. And the funny thing about playing with a big two-handed, which is exactly the reason why I kind of like the spear a bit more, or should we say the Manavlion, is you can actually do this nice little technique. I don't know whether I could really call it a technique, to be honest, but you can do this nice little move that allows you to kind of bait the AI into lowering their block, because what you can do is you can face away, right? So if you face away from the opponent as you're about to swing, I mean, you've seen me do this many times, but I'm just going to explain it nevertheless anyway. Oh, hello, Elia. That's too funny. That's too funny. A vassal without any equipment whatsoever coming in there, basically being like, yes, I will defend with my fists, the fists of fury. Yeah, that's very funny. But yeah, anyway, basically you could just turn away from the opponent, and then as soon as they lower their block, you can then swing and turn your camera back to them. And that's basically the whole strategy, because then you know, basically bait them into it. You know, you bait them into lowering their block, then you slash, swipe, thrust, whatever, and yeah, generally thrusting is probably not going to work out too well for this particular strategy, but you know, it's available if you want to do that. I'm going to tell everyone to charge here. I'm going to tell everyone to hold fire as well, because I don't want them to use their thrown weapons anymore. It's kind of annoying for them to do that. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but they seem to be... Are they stuck or something? Because it feels to me like they're not actually moving. Are you going to move forward? Okay, I guess I will do some damage myself then, and we'll see if we can maybe clear a path. Clear a path through the opponent. I'm actually having a hard time doing that, hilariously enough, as you can see. Not really doing very well on that. Oh, hello. I did not mean to do that. And this is where strong legs would actually come in handy. Yeah, this is where strong legs would really help us out. Oh, wow. We took damage from that too. That is hilarious. Okay, these are elite Manavlions, or Manavliatons. That's actually quite funny, considering they are actually some of the best units the Empire has available. Okay, well, not anymore. Not anymore. They just got completely murdered. And maybe we could do a little bit of slashy slash here as well. Oh, that guy was blocking in completely the wrong direction, I'm sorry to say. And we now... Oh, yeah. These guys literally will be diverted from their previous location. And it seems like... Oh, hello. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Okay, I did not think that they were going to spawn in from there. That's for sure. Okay, so it seems like everyone's just going to go up there. Are our forces actually doing a good job? Yeah, kind of. Kind of? Not really. A little bit, I guess. Yeah, not a terribly big fan of this. I'm a little bit worried. Just a little bit worried. Just a little bit worried. There we go, there we go. Nice. And there we have it. Okay. I am going to die here eventually, just because of that massive damage I took from falling off the battlements. I actually didn't even mean to fall off there. Usually I'll you know, kind of assume I'm going to fall. But in this case, I think what happened was I actually got nudged. I got nudged by one of the enemy troops, or one of allied troops. I don't know. It could have been either one, really. And that's what happened. I didn't realize I was so close to the edge, so that's how it goes, you know, that's how it goes. But I think we should be fine. I mean, generally, we have, I think, slightly less troops than the opponent. Oh, ooh, that was close. I was actually trying to dodge that, but unfortunately... Oh. There we go. Okay. Did you see what that guy was trying to do? He literally held his crossbow bolt, and that's exactly what the AI does now. They literally just hold their ammunition until you are right in their face, and then they shoot you. And it's a very, very clever way of baiting... well, never mind. It's a very clever way of baiting, you know, the player into, you know, going into melee range with the archer, and then the archer shoots you in the face. It's very clever, you know? Very, very clever way of doing it. I actually don't understand what's happening right now, because my infantry, as you can quite clearly tell, are kind of just stuck here. They just seem kind of stuck. They're not really moving forward or doing anything like that, even though I have told them to charge. And you can see here from the text log as well, they are supposed to be charging. It's a bit strange. I don't know. Sometimes they apparently are just ignoring the charge order or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, it should be a complete and utter victory for us. It is going to take us a little bit of time to actually get there. I am losing some Huskars, but I think this is worth it, to be honest. Basically, us going into Ortisia and taking a very central town. This is an extremely central town to the Western Empire, and I feel like it really makes a huge difference. Didn't I actually tell everyone to charge? But apparently these guys are not charging. It's very strange, actually, to see this. But, yeah, I guess that's just how it goes. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird situation to be in, to be honest, with these Huskars literally just standing there on the battlements. Usually, I would say, okay, they're definitely going to do that if they're on auto-delegate. but you can already see what they're deciding to do. They're charging, right? They're charging. And I obviously charged them, or I told them to charge when I was still alive. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird situation there, but I guess it's okay. Don't really have to worry too much about it because we achieved victory, and we don't have to worry too much about the enemy vassals outside either now. And we can take her prisoner. Okay, the question is, do we have any people that I can... We got some Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen. I don't actually have the ability to take these, so I'm just going to let our allied army take all of the prisoners because they do have the ability to do that. I don't really... there's no point in me taking any loot. That's the funny thing. There is literally no point in me taking any loot at this moment in time. It is just absolutely pointless, pretty much. It's just absolutely pointless. So we're just going to give Thule. I guess we'll just give Thule. I was kind of hoping that we could give the new clan, because I want to show you their name, because obviously I haven't shown you the name yet, which is... it's going to be very... I think it's funny, but maybe I'm being immature. Maybe that's what's going on there, you know? I mean, you can kind of expect what it might be like. If it's an immature name, then yeah, I think you can kind of guess, right? You can kind of guess. Anyway, we are just going to go into the trade screen here, and then I'll show you the map, like I actually promised to do earlier. Ooh, 193,000? How do they have so much cash? Wow, this is incredible. Okay, yeah, what am I going to do with this? I guess I'm just going to get rid of a bunch of javelins and stuff like that, because these things are actually really, really heavy. Or at least quite a few of these things are quite heavy, so we should probably do that quite a bit, the harpoons and stuff like that. Okay, let's get rid of some of these as well. Yeah, the weapons are quite heavy too. Whoa, this is insane. Okay, yeah, this is really, really nice, actually. Usually, I don't have this much cash in the marketplaces and stuff like that. But this is a very prosperous town, I think. Yeah, as you can see, it literally has 9,700. That's actually crazy. So, yeah, I will now show you the map, and we can take a look at it. So, yeah, basically this is what's been going on. I literally decided to go from Thractori Castle over to Ortisia because, well, first of all, I thought if we want to go down into Azerai territory at some point, maybe they're going to declare war on us or whatever, maybe this could be a good launching pad for our ships and our boats and stuff like that. You know, we could literally have them just, you know, launch from here, and it'd be a lot easier for us to wage war against the Azerai in that case. We would have to bring them over here, though, which is obviously a bit of an annoyance. What do we have here? She is 68. I highly doubt that's going to really work out too well, so I'm going to say no. But yeah, we have managed to take quite a few castles because my forces are just so good at doing that. They are just really, really good at besieging. When they get an army together and they can go in by themselves and they can just do the auto-resolve, they are most likely going to achieve victory, but you do have those moments where I've seen them literally do nothing, like we have seen in the not-too-distant past, in the previous episode, no less. I think it was the previous episode, maybe the episode before that, where we literally had Nialdar's army. Yeah, it was actually Nialdar's army at the time, and he was literally at Flintolk Castle, right? Yeah, he was at Flintolk Castle, and he literally decided to go in. And I was like, yes, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing a great job. And then he decided to leave it. Yeah. And that's the kind of thing that can happen pretty easily. So that's the reason why I'm a little bit skeptical sometimes about the AI. But they've actually been really, really good recently. They've actually been really, really good. And you saw Ataconia Castle. Ataconia Castle was taken. I obviously had to vote on that just now. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, so I do actually have Ortisia here, and we're going to increase the hearth of each bound village for this particular random event. Thank you very much. And yeah, we don't actually even need to do anything here. Everything is maxed out. So the question is, do I want to keep the ownership of Ortisia, or do I want to give it to someone else? For me personally, I don't need the money. I am literally, you know, it's like one of those people, you know, it's like one of those people that has billions upon billions in dollars in the bank account, and then it's just like, yes, you know what, I will make another 10 billion. And, you know, there's no need for me to do that. You know, there's no need for me to do that. I am perfectly fine having whatever we have right now. I am, you know, completely and utterly safe financially in regards to being able to afford our wages, being able to afford to pay our troops, upgrades, money, armor and stuff like that. So, people said in the comments I should upgrade my people's armor. Okay, well, first of all, let me actually just show you, because we might actually have pretty good stuff as it is. I know this guy has good stuff, and as you can see, Alder is wearing Cataphract Lamellar armor. Really, really nice stuff already. I don't think there are many things that they can actually wear now that will provide them with a massive upgrade. As you can see, she's wearing Lordly Legionary Mail and very, very good stuff otherwise, as you see, legendary gear and all that stuff. Then she's wearing a Luxury Brigandine, massive stuff here. I mean, this is a slightly better helmet, but that's pretty much it. And then we have me again. So that's literally it. Those are the only companions. So basically, I can't even spend money on my own companions unless I go into the trade screen here and actually see. Maybe we can see if there's actually something good here. 48 helm armor. That's pretty much it. Yeah, 48 helm armor. So is there actually something better here for someone? Yeah, I guess Saphia, I could spend 89,000 on that. I mean, I really don't care about money at this point, so I guess there you go. All right, we got an upgrade. Oh. Yeah, it's not super fantastic, is it? But yeah, it's okay. Anyway, I think we're going to give this to someone else, and we're going to give it to our new clan. So where's Ortisia? There it is, Ortisia, and we will gift it to Huge Dongo. Yes. I told you it was a slightly immature name. Alright, so we're going to be giving it to... yes, your relation is increased by 29 with Huge Dongo. I find that hilarious. I find those kinds of names are very, very funny when they're read in a... in sort of like a standard message like that. I always find that hilarious because it's just like your relation is increased with I don't know, insert funny name here, you know what I mean? It's always amusing. It's like your relation is increased with brioche of the bread. I always find that funny too. It's just like it's just great. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna move on. I guess we could just leave Ortisia now, and hopefully Huge Dongo will be okay. And then everything's going to be fine, you know? Everything's going to be okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue trying to convert prisoners. Unfortunately for me, I am starting to lose quite a lot of troops. Every single time we go into one of these towns, we're losing quite a lot of troops. You know, I feel like what I should do, actually, is... yeah, I kind of want to attack Amatatus, to be honest. I kind of want to attack over there. But the main problem with that is it's another town, and they're going to have 1,000 people, and I can't starve them out. If I could starve them out, it would be a lot easier. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to go back. Let's see, where's my... I have no idea where my ships are. Is it at Ortisia? Wait a minute. It is. How is my fleet over there? Did it automatically just get ported there or something like that after I conquered it or something? I don't know. But Iltas is starting to make an army. Let's actually see what he's capable of doing, because I personally feel like if he can get a decent-ish size army, we might even see him capture something really nice. And I'm talking about, oh yeah, taking one of the towns or taking something like that. That would be really, really cool. I don't know whether we're going to have the ability to do that. As you can see, we are still being attacked by the Botanians somehow. They have been eliminated, by the way. I obviously didn't tell you that yet. But yeah, I think you could probably assume that that was the case. But yeah, they have been eliminated, and in general, that means everything's good. That means everything's good for us in this particular location, because we now no longer have to really worry about them super dramatically. But it is a big problem with the random vassals that are now just running around and doing their utmost to be as annoying as possible, and they do generally tend to do that quite often, so it's not great. Anyway, I'm gonna be making my way back to my little town here, because as you might expect, we do have a pretty cool pretty cool garrison size. I don't know whether you've seen that, but my garrison is literally overflowing, so much so that people are actually leaving the garrison. So yeah, as you can see, there's 700 people here. We literally have a prosperity of 9,500 at this town. And yes, it does seem to make a pretty significant difference. As you can see right here, the prosperity of the town does increase the amount that you have in the marketplace. So very, very nice here. As you can see, 132,000 we're getting from that. I have literally just arrived. It took me an age to get here, by the way. Actually crazy. I don't even know why I'm going. Why am I going into the trade screen again? Absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. But anyway, I did actually want to show you something real fast, because what we're going to do is we are going to let's see we're going to increase relationship with notables. We don't even need to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to show you, because Arostikoris castle was absolutely taken very, very soon. Oh, actually, never mind. We are having a bit of an issue at Ataconia castle at the moment. And where is that castle that was just taken? Because I don't actually see where that is right now, but it was taken by one of our armies. Ah, there it is. It's all the way over there. So that's where they went, and apparently they took that. I don't know why. I don't know why they went there instead of going somewhere else, but as you can see, Ultas is now besieging Remtoil Castle, and Amgirth is defending Ataconia, which is actually fantastic. Our vassals are actually doing a pretty good job. Now, what I would love to be able to do is get another vassal. Yeah, unfortunate. Okay, no companions here. No companions here whatsoever. But what we are going to do is we are going to just recruit people from here. Look at how many people I can get. I can literally get how many? How can I tell how many I'm getting? I can't tell how many I'm getting right here. I think it's about like, what, 28 or something like that? I think you can get 30 in total or something. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, we're just going to be attempting to try and recruit as many people as possible. This is generally what I tend to do when I need more troops. I mean, literally, look at how many I'm getting instantly just from all of this. And obviously, the thing is, we don't need to prioritize noble troops any further, because while Huskarls are obviously fantastic, or at least I think they are definitely not going to be as... Oh, wow, 21. That is hilarious. What is going on here? Okay. We need the opposite for Ferga, please. We need the opposite for Ferga, because we need him to have a 21-year-old. Thank you very much. That would make a lot of sense for us, but unfortunately, I have a feeling that's probably not going to be happening anytime soon. I actually wonder, how much skill does Ferga have in trade now? Why can't I see? Oh, 200. Really? He only has 217? Okay, that's kind of bad, to be honest. And there you go. There's Remtoil Castle. So that's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what they've been doing while I was waiting for a companion, or shall we say, while I was attempting to find a companion. They were literally going around capturing stuff. And they did get themselves... I think someone actually did get taken prisoner along with a handful of others at the same time, which was obviously not exactly great. As you can see, 14 troops have deserted from Remtoil Castle, and I am indeed going to take it for myself, and then we will be giving it to Mr. Huge Dongo. So, yeah, he's going to get that. Let me see here. There we go. We're just going to give that to him. He's got way too many fiefs as it is right now, but I am basically just trying to... I'm just trying to maximize the amount of cash he has across the board, because I really want to make sure that he is effective as fast as possible. Because the more cash you give to your vassals, the better they're going to do. Look at my... Look at this. Look at the combat strength that we have right now. We have 28,000 combat strength in comparison to the Western Empire, who has 7,000. Northern Empire obviously is basically done. Khuzait, 14,000. Southern Empire, 13,000. Azerai, basically the exact same that we saw them have beforehand. I'm actually very surprised about that. And the Western Empire, as you can see, well, we've inflicted many, many casualties for them. They have raided us massively. War progress, what's this? War progress against the Western Empire? Look at that. Kills, 17. Town sieges, 57. War progress of opposite faction, -6. I don't actually know what this means. What does the war progress mean? Does that mean when they try to sue for peace or something like that? I don't know. That's a new thing that I've not seen before. But yeah, anyway, I believe that's probably going to be it for this episode. I would like to continue on and do more, but it is going to take me a huge amount of time to get all the way back over there. And I am going to be attempting to land around Zionica and maybe try to launch an attack against Amitatis. You can see Iltus is going to Ataconia, and I think he's actually going to be besieging that. It would be pretty amazing if he does. Let me actually just put my marker over here. Wait a minute, am I not on the... Oh no, I'm not on a ship. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry about that. Yes, there we go. Alright, yeah, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way all the way around. It does take a huge amount of time. Funnily enough, I'm not sure why. We are a little bit over fleet size. Oh yeah, we're overburdened. We're overburdened rather dramatically. I should probably get rid of some stuff, shouldn't I? I should probably get rid of, well, what? What should I get rid of? A bunch of horses, I guess. I mean, look at this. Yeah, this is pretty crazy, actually, now that I think about it. Over fleet size? Oh, we're over fleet size. You know what? You know what? I'm going to do something that's a little bit easier for us to deal with here. Instead of me, you know, trying to struggle to get rid of a whole bunch of loot or whatever, I'm literally just going to purchase some additional ships. That's all I'm going to do. So we're just going to have a look and see what we can get here. Because I think a trade cog would be kind of nice. Oh, yeah, there's all our ships. Okay, so let's have a look. The Nar would be good. I don't really want something massive. That's the thing. I don't want something that's going to be really, really large. I'm just going to buy one of these. And buy one of these. Is that good enough? Why do we still have 30,000? Over the carry limit. Okay, that's kind of weird. Why do we still have only that? That's kind of a bit strange. Okay, cargo capacity. Oh, it's because I haven't confirmed it yet, I assume. That's probably it. Let's get Ashlight ores while we're here. Might as well. Heavy storm cover. That's what we want. There we go. Does everyone have the ores? Does everyone have the ores? No. Oh, no. We need to get those reinforced shields. Thank you very much. Yes, that's going to be really, really nice. Let's get this as well. That's going to get us more cargo capacity. Thank you very much. And I don't think we can do anything else here. No. That's obviously fine. And the Dramachion needs an upgrade as well. There it is. Heavy storm. There we are. Okay. Is everyone good? No, these guys. Oh, I don't have a better. Don't have one of those. That's kind of unfortunate. The sail is also obviously not going to be coming in handy here. Okay, so let's actually have a look. Just gonna make sure that I buy this, and let's see how much we have now. I have 48,000. Okay, so I literally just need like 5,000 or something like that. Do you think I can get it? That's the question. These guys have a cargo capacity of 1,800. That's pretty terrible. But you can see here that we do have a herding problem, but look at what has happened. We no longer have an overburdened penalty, which is really, really good. And that means I should be technically able to leave here with a much stronger, much faster force. You can see I'm actually moving at 3.3 most of the time, by the looks of things. Yes, I'm overburdened by 0.11, which is a lot better than it was before. So pretty happy with that. And yeah, despite the fact that I'm not a big fan of, well, having over fleet size, I kind of, well, there's not much I can do about that. I just have to kind of deal with it, I guess. Anyway, it's going to take me a bit of time to get over there. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.